Today we are going to do our experiment on DC motor speed control, and our aim of the experiment is to study the DC motor speed control using Quansar QICII speed control module. Here we can see this is our experiment setup, and this is our DC motor speed controller trainer, and this is our PC. We have to control our speed from this interface with the PC. So in this experiment we will do first modeling part, then speed control by proportional control and integral control, and then proportional and integral control. Before starting the experiment, we have to start up this DC MCT module, DC motor control trainer. When we are switching on this DC MCT module, two LED will glow. One LED will blink and another will light up. So after switching on, we have to press the reset button. This is our reset button. We have to press. Then after that, here when we are pressing our reset button, both the light will off. And after pressing the reset button, we have to press the DC MCT module switch. Here DC MCT module switch is, we can, by sorting these 2 points, DC MCT module switch will work and both the light will off. Now we have to launch the DC MCT module on the PC. We have opened. First we will do our modeling, so we have to select modeling from drop down, and here it is, its connect switch, connect to data source. Here we can see some few graphs is coming. When we have connected, this motor is start rotating forward and backward. And the graph also going from positive to negative. And negative to positive. Now we will do our modeling part. In modeling part, first we will do the estimate the motor resistance. For that we have to apply from -5 to 5 offset values, and we have to measure the current and find out the resistance. Okay, here we can see we have to apply offset value here, and we have to measure the current and speed. In table it is required our current and corrected current. Means we have some bias current. Here it is showing some current is showing at 0 offset value, which is our bias current. So this corrected current is this measured current minus this bias current. Suppose I am giving here offset 5, we can see our response is on positive side only because our offset value is in positive value. So to measure the current, we have to hold this rotating part. When we are holding this, at the time this current, you can see current is showing maximum 0.4. So we have to note that maximum current. Okay. Suppose we had applied the offset value 5 and we have measured the current 0.4 and our bias current is this one 0.032. So 0.4 minus 0.032 will be our corrected current or bias current. So we have to find out the resistance. To find out the resistance, we know the formula is V by I. So this one your V and by this corrected current, and our resistance will be, we have to put the resistance here. So we have to find the corrected current for all these minus 5 to 5 values, means 10 values, and find out the resistance by calculating, and after that we have to average this resistance and we have to put that value here. Here minus 5, I am putting minus 5 offset value. You can see here the response is also from negative side because I put here minus 5, and we can see its current is very minimum like bias current. So we have to hold this rotor again. For each measurement we have to hold this rotor and we have to measure this current, which is now it is showing 0.5 maximum. We have to note down that current and do the rest of the calculation part. So like this we have to take the 10 reading and we have to do the calculation part and complete the estimation of motor resistance. After completing the motor resistance part, we have to do the estimation of motor torque constant. For that we have to find out first bias current and the R average. We have to find out this value from the previous part, motor resistance part. In the same way we have to put the offset value from minus 5 to 5 and we have to measure the speed and the measured and here IMI means this is corrected current, this one is the maximum current, and this one is this minus bias current, which is corrected current, and the Km is the Vs by radian means it is the Vm minus drop, Vm minus IaRa divided by this speed is our Kmi. And after completing the whole this tabulation, we have to find out the average of Km. Average of Km means back EMF constant. Suppose I am putting here offset -5. For this, the speed is -132. It is varying, but we have to note down the maximum value. And here it is the current. In this case, we don't have to hold that rotating part for the measurement of current. We have to randomly note down this maximum current and do the calculation part like this. When I am applying that offset -5, this graph is also in the negative side. When I am applying +5, we can see here this graph goes to positive side, and the speed also it is showing positive sign. Maximum it is showing 134 something like that. So in this case also we have to take the 10 reading with different value of offset from -5 to 5 and complete this tabulation part and find out this Km average. Next we will do our proportional integral and proportional integral control method. For that, we have to first select this speed control and connect. Here this point is our connect. This one is start stop button. Here it is showing stop control. This one is start and stop, and this one is our connect disconnect this module with this system. Okay, in this case first we will do our proportional control, then integral control, then we will do our both P and I control. Now we will do our proportional control method. For that we have to set this amplitude at 50, frequency at 0.4, offset 100, and Kp at 0.02, Ki at 0 because we are doing our pure proportional method, and BSP at 1. So now we will increase this Kp in a steps so to obtain our sustained oscillation. Means this response will track this reference or this blue one. So let's increase in a step. Let's 0.04. It's slightly increasing. Again we have to gradually change it. 0.1. Now we can see that this red one is going along with this blue one, means we reached at a saturation point with the value of Kp 0.41. This red line is tracking with this blue one. Okay. Next we will do our P integral control. Now we will do our integral control method. For that, this amplitude will be at 50, frequency at 0.4, offset at 100, and this Kp should be 0 and this Ki, initial Ki value is 0.02. We have to increase this Ki value to track this blue line. Okay, let's start. We can see here at 0.18 this red one is tracking with this blue one. So next is our PI control. For PI control, we have to set this amplitude at 50, this at 0.4, and this one at 100, and the Kp value is not given. This Ki also, this BSP will be 1. H, we are doing our PI control method, so we have to increase both Kp and Ki value so that this red line will track this blue one. Let's put a specific 0.1 in Kp and 0.5 at Ki. Point 8. Okay, we can see here that Kp value is 0.1 and Ki value is 0.9, at which our both the blue and red line are in same track. So we have completed our speed control experiment.